In the past few weeks, I've been meeting with a lot of people in real life, going to Bitcoin events if you watch my channel. And one thing I've noticed is everybody is still on this mindset that people were on in the 90s and the early 2000s. Oh, I have to save a college fund for my kids to go to college. It's like, bro, it's 2026. You have 15-year-old kids learning how to fucking vibe code online. Do you really think that if you have a kid now in 2026, let's say he's 1 year old next year, 2027, by the time he's 18, he's bad at math, but in 2030, whatever, not 2040, you really think that that's going to matter? Education right now should not be about that. I want to say a quick little story about a friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name, obviously. I play rugby with him. I'm an amateur rugby player. In addition to playing, play rugby, I also do crypto, content creation, trading, a lot of different things, political canvassing. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to this video. Sharing is caring, and it's also free. So he sold wine, and he's from North California, wine country, and he was selling wine for his family's distillery. And he got noticed by somebody, like, at an event, and it happened to be a senior level manager, 7-figure senior level manager at JP Chase that hired him as a personality hire. For most of you guys that don't know, there's internal hires, all kinds of hires, diversity and inclusion hires. He's a personality hire. What that means is technically he has a college degree, but he didn't need a college degree because they liked him so much that they wanted him to work because they thought that his personality, his looks maxing, it is what it is, brings clients to the table. So they hired him for the wealth management division at JP Chase. What I'm trying to say here is this. College degrees are going to be bullshit. I know people personally that work at high levels of banking, data management. One of them actually helped rebuild, I'm not blowing up a spot, helped Morgan Stanley data centers right after like 9/11. So these guys are high level. And that guy, he didn't even have a college degree, a 4-year degree. I believe he had an associate's from like a shitty, none of that is shitty, any education is good, but like at subpar, we could say, community college. So he got that because he had the skills. That's what's gonna get you, skills and personality. The one thing AI cannot replicate is the human experience, being human. That is what's gonna get you in your door. It's what's gonna get your foot in the door and careers in the future. In 2040, it's not about, oh, he had a college degree. It's about what can he do? He's at 12 years old, was he coding? You as a parent, what did you teach him how to do? What skills does he know? Does he know how to manage AI? People that I know that work at certain companies in Midtown Manhattan, tech companies, they're like, listen, that AI does all the work. All I do is manage AI. That's something that we haven't yet cracked the code in colleges. MIT is at the top. They're starting to introduce that, how to manage AI. But a lot of the people that know how to manage AI are people like myself. I use AI to create YouTube thumbnails, amazing YouTube thumbnails, content creation ideas to help me trade. Those are the people that are going to be successful, not people that have 4-year degrees for the sake of having 4-year degrees. There are lots of people that are complete dumbasses, personality-wise. They have no social intelligence, but they get straight A's. And they up doing what? Back office data entry, AI replaced your job. The human experience, person to person, if you want to send your kids to do 2 things to university, it should be, for one, you are fucking rich. In my opinion, you're fucking rich and you want to give them an experience. You want them to experience a frat life, sorority life, whatever. 4 years of basically just partying and at this point, just learning the second thing, how to be personable, social intelligence. That's what you should be sending your kids for. You should not be sending your kids with this idea that they're gonna get a degree in computer engineering or data sciences or political science, and somehow they're gonna go into the real world in 2040 and they're gonna get an amazing job making tons of money. Even MBAs, generally speaking, consulting gigs, forget it. Consulting is all about cutting costs. I can know, you know what consulting companies have been doing for the past 20 years, or before Trump. Hey, it is what it is. They've been telling companies, send your employees abroad, one, outsource more work so you can cut costs. 2, get rid of employees and have less employees producing more so you have less people to pay. And guess what? Now your stock prices go up for the shares and the dividends as well for the shareholders. So at the end of the day, college doesn't mean shit. You really gonna have to do is know how to leverage it for your children to do two things. Again, know how to judge, so learn social intelligence. What's up, D-Dog or O-Dog? Learn how to judge social intelligence. 1. 2, learn how to use networks within a university system in the same way you'd use them in the real world. Leverage them to get better job opportunities and go up the corporate ladder. Because at the end of the day, nepotism, sure, it's mostly family, but it's also close friends. Joseph Holland, Ambassador Joseph Holland, one of the first black ambassadors to an European country back during the Nixon racist era of this country, I asked his son, how did your dad get that job? He told me he got that job because he met somebody from Cornell University years before when they were both there, matriculated at Cornell University, that said he knew how to handle race relations very well at a time when Sweden was going through its own issues. So remember, university is not going to make you rich. It'll give you a great experience, 1. 2, it'll show you, if you can, how to leverage social networks to get ahead in the corporate world. And that's the real life situation. And if you don't want to do those two things, if you can do that on your own, you're an amateur sports player, fuck it. I know lots of people that work for private equity firms at companies, small boutique companies, where guess what? Their uncle is the owner. There are people fighting, competing for these jobs at the private equity firm. And then their 17-year-old nephew got it. Why? Because it was like a 17-year-old nephew. I saw him at a barbecue talking to one of the company's biggest investors, and he can handle it. That's what it's all about, brothers and sisters. Remember, college, yes. I live in New York City. The comments, I live in New York City, and I've seen it all. I am a network fiend. I go to events all the time. I hear the stories. When I go to saunas, like a Spy 88, celebrities go there too, but don't chase me or anything. That's kind of weird. Oh, I saw you on YouTube. But when you hear the conversations they have, and it is fucking crazy. But like I said, enjoy your Sundays, man. My friends and sisters. Peace.